Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your favorite English bulletin, The News. We're broadcasting live from TVT studios here in Lomé. Here are the headlines. The President of the Council, His Excellency for Asasuna Sengbe, is currently in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, attending the Chad Connection 2030 Forum, which opened this Monday. During this international event, the President of the Council shares Togo's experience and expertise in implementing its National Development Plan, PND 2018 to 2022. Stay with us as we bring you more on PND's achievements in today's edition. Elegance, intelligence, and ambition took center stage in Bekbuta as 14 contestants vied for the coveted crown at the second edition of Miss Bekbuta 2025, a dazzling celebration of beauty and empowerment that crowned Bienvenue Boko as the Queen of the Night. Stay with us. We'll bring you all the details shortly. It is always a pleasure to have you join us. The President of the Council, His Excellency for Asasuna Sengbe, arrived in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, on November 9, 2025, to take part in the Chad Convention 2030 Forum. Focused on trade and investment in Chad, the international gathering officially opened on November 10, 2025, bringing together several heads of state and governments, along with leaders of international institutions, development banks, and many other key stakeholders. President of the Council there shares Togo's experience and expertise in implementing its National Development Plan PND 2018 to 2022, consolidated by the government's Togo 2025 roadmap. His participation underscores Togo's commitment to promoting regional cooperation and contributing actively to discussions on sustainable growth strategies in Africa. Let's take a look at some of the moments from his arrival in Abu Dhabi. Next, we take a look at the National Development Plan, PND's achievements in fostering growth, employment, and the well-being of the Togolese people under the leadership of the President of the Council for Asasuna Sengbe in this report. Between 2018 and 2020, under the leadership of the then President of the Republic for Asasuna Sengbe, now President of the Council, Togo designed and implemented its National Development Plan, popularly known as the PND, built around three strategic pillars: establishing a world-class logistics hub and business center, developing agricultural, manufacturing, and extractive industry clusters, and promoting social development through inclusive mechanisms. This vision has taken shape through flagship projects such as the modernization and expansion of the Lomé Autonomous Port, now ranked among the most efficient ports in West Africa. The construction and rehabilitation of road infrastructure, along with the establishment of the Chikope Industrial Platform, are also major outcomes of this 5-year plan. In the agricultural sector, initiatives like the Agricultural Financing Incentive Mechanism, MIFA, and the creation of planned agricultural development zones have been launched. These zones bring together entire value chains around specific products with the goal of boosting productivity, encouraging local processing, and creating a greater added value for farmers and all actors involved. The plan also places strong emphasis on social inclusion and job creation. Programs such as the Social Safety Nets and Basic Services, the Support Fund for Youth Economic Initiatives, PND Inclusion Program, and the CISO project, which expands access to electricity nationwide, continue to deliver tangible results. The achievements of the PND, further strengthened by the government's Togo 2025 roadmap, position the President of the Council as a key development leader at the Chad Connection 2030 Forum, currently taking place in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. And as security challenges confront nations, young Togolese are meeting for a two-day dialogue to shape the future of peace and security. Backed by the International Organization of La Francophonie and West African Network for Peace Building, Togo, this national consultation on youth, peace and security agenda is paving the way for greater youth involvement in promoting peace and security across Togo. Kwesi Glay has more details in this report.
This national gathering brings together young people from across Togo to engage in dialogue on issues of peace and security. The event offers WANEP Togo and the International Organization of La Francophonie an opportunity to identify the priorities and expectations of youth in shaping a more peaceful future. Discussions center on preventing violent extremism, strengthening social cohesion, promoting civic participation, and improving access to economic opportunities.
On apporte un soutien multiforme qui commence tout d'abord avec un
We are providing comprehensive support that begins with strengthening the capacity of institutions and actors involved in implementing youth and security action plans. To achieve this, we have established a partnership with Senghor University in Alexandria, which, together with international youth experts, delivers training programs that benefit all member states
des formations qui bénéficient à tous les États membres de la francophonie.
This goal is to actively engage Togolese youth in the fight against insecurity. This consultation will help draft a national roadmap aligned with national resolutions while taking into account the country's specific realities.
This
framework recognizes the crucial role of young people in preventing and resolving conflicts, as well as in decision-making and development processes. Over the course of 2 days, young participants are discussing this international framework based on UN Resolution 2250, which highlights the role of youth not only as victims of conflict but also as key agents capable of contributing solutions to issues of peace, security and development.
aux enjeux de paix, aux enjeux de développement.
At the end of the consultations, participants will present recommendations aimed at strengthening civic participation, promoting inclusive governance, and enhancing community resilience.
The stage is set for the 15th edition of the Global Entrepreneurship Week in Togo. Celebrating young innovators and the country's spirit of creativity, the week's activities unveiled at a press conference promises to inspire and showcase the next generation of entrepreneurs. Kwesi Glay, the assessment.
During this press conference, the Global Entrepreneurship Network Togo unveiled the key highlights of the 15th edition of the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Scheduled for the 17th to 23rd of November 2025, the event will feature a series of activities at the Palais de Congrès, the Lomé University, and the Lomé Conference Center. The goal is to celebrate Togolese entrepreneurs and foster a culture of innovation. This year's edition stands out for its strong government involvement and the support of the European Union, a partnership aimed at strengthening economic growth through youth entrepreneurship. Since its introduction in Togo in 2010, Global Entrepreneurship Week has become a flagship event for economic actors committed to driving sustainable development.
Togolaise reviews its political reforms and community projects as Lomé hosts WAMO's 11th annual assessment of political reforms, programs, and community projects in Togo. Over 3 days, key stakeholders will review implementation progress and gather concrete evidence of the country's achievements across these critical areas. Kwesi.
This marks the technical phase of the 11th annual review for 2025. In partnership with the Togolese government, the West African Economic and Monetary Union, WAEMO, is assessing 145 regulatory tests and 3 community programs and projects with a total value of nearly 3 billion CFA francs. The objective is to evaluate the progress made in implementing the political and economic reform undertaken. Each project and program will be carefully reviewed to identify new actions that can further enhance their impact on the population.
These texts
relate to the harmonization of economic policies, public finance management, regulations governing the common markets and taxation, as well as sectoral reforms in key areas of the economy such as agriculture, transport, health, and higher education. The goal of this review is to determine how effectively these programs have been implemented in Togo, to assess the level of progress achieved, and to identify what remains to be done to ensure their full completion. The ultimate aim of this annual exercise is to provide an objective and transparent report to the highest authorities of the Union in 2026. The conclusions of this review will be compiled in a joint memorandum to be signed by both parties. These documents will highlight Togo's performance in implementing WAEMO's political reforms, programs, and community projects for the year 2025. The consolidated result will serve as a foundation for the political phase of the review scheduled for 2026. Togo's performance in 2024 reflects steady progress with an average reform implementation rate of 77.49% compared to 76% in 2023, confirming the country's ongoing commitment to community integration and economic reform.
The University of Lomé has kicked off the second Mathematics Business Study Week, a platform where PhD candidates use mathematics to solve real-world business challenges. Running until November 14, 2025, the event offers these postgraduate researchers a unique platform to turn mathematical research into practical business solutions. Kwesi Glay tells us more in this report.
The Enterprise Mathematics Study Week brings together the academic and industrial sectors to solve real-world problems using mathematics. During this week, teams of doctoral students, guided by faculty researchers, developed scientific solutions to challenges posed by industry, showing that mathematics extend far beyond theory and abstraction. This event is part of the celebrations for the 55th anniversary of the University of Lomé and reflect the institution's commitment to scientific innovation and renewal.
Les mathématiques constituent le socle de
Mathematics is the foundation of all technological transformation, whether in climate modeling, artificial intelligence, finance, telecommunications, or natural resource management. By enabling our doctoral students to work directly with companies, this week provides a unique learning platform where science meets practice and theory is enriched by real-world applications.
The 2025 Enterprise Mathematics Study Week at the Polytechnical School of Lomé is an intensive program of intellectual work addressing complex problems that require innovative mathematical approaches.
Let's move to Brazil, where in the heart of Amazon, COP30, the 30th United Nations Climate Change Conference opened on Monday, calling for stronger global cooperation and faster climate action. More than 3 decades after the fight against carbon pollution began, world leaders are once again facing the urgent challenge of protecting the planet and supporting communities most affected by global warming. There's more in this report.
The United Nations climate negotiations began on Monday in a symbolic location on the edge of the Brazilian Amazon. World leaders are pushing for urgent cooperation and accelerated action over 30 years after the global fight to curb carbon pollution began. Global warming could push millions of people into hunger and poverty, undoing decades of progress. The disproportionate impact of climate change on women, people of African descent, migrants, and vulnerable groups must be taken into account in adaptation policies. It is essential to recognize the role of indigenous territories and traditional communities in mitigation efforts. Complicating the push for unity is the United States, notably absent from the high-level talks at COP30 after withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord, even as other nations celebrate it.
Elegance, talent, and empowerment reigned at the second edition of Miss Bekuta, where Bienvenue Boko was crowned Queen of the 2025 edition. Organized by Afad Monde and its partners, the event celebrated not just beauty, but intelligence and the power of young women to inspire their communities. The details in this report. 14 contestants, 1 crown. Welcome to Miss Bekuta 2025. Throughout the evening, the contestants impressed both the audience and the jury with their poise, eloquence, and talent, showcasing charm, confidence, and stage presence. After more than 4 hours of competition, the results were announced. Bienvenue Boko was crowned Miss Bekuta 2025. The evening was further enriched by performances from several renowned Togolese musical artists, delighting the audience and celebrating feminine beauty in all its splendor. Miss Bekuta serves as a platform to empower and highlight young women and their communities by promoting self-esteem and creativity. The organizers expressed unanimous satisfaction with the success of this edition. To cap off the celebration, several awards were presented to individuals actively contributing to youth promotion and supporting such initiatives. With an evening full of elegance, emotion, and pride, Miss Bekpota 2025 has firmly established itself as a premier event where beauty meets intelligence, ambition, and inspiration. And that brings us to the end of today's edition. Thanks to my wonderful team and to you, cherished viewers, for watching. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates, and remember to take good care of yourself because you are important. Have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Goodbye.